Hello everybody and a very warm welcome to the latest episode of Hidden Jewels of Soul and Disco. First of all, a big thank you to each and every one of you who is mailing me, writing me comments and introducing me to records I have never heard of before. I really appreciate that and I can't thank you enough for doing this, so keep on doing it. This week we will be diving deep into disco as we are featuring Brainstorm. Brainstorm was founded in 1976, and in total the group had 3 albums, and each album featured a hit single. The lineup of the group was as follows: Renelle Gonsalves, Belita Woods, who sang lead vocals, Charles Overton, Gerald Bright, Bob Ross, not the painter, Larry H. Simmons, Gerald Kent, Terentia Womack, Lemon Johnson, and Dion Estes. As I said before, they had 3 hit singles on each album. The biggest one was on their first release in 1977 from their debut album Stormin. This is the album we're going to dive a little deeper into, and here it is. The second album they had in 1978, and it was called Journey to Light. The last one in 1979 was called Funky Entertainment. So this is Stormin. Let's talk about Stormin first. Stormin is widely known for the cover art. In certain books, when they talk about cover art, Stormin is shown as one of a very unique cover art for that period of time. Stormin is also their best-selling album, and it features the hit single Lovin is Really My Game, which won Best Heavy Disco Record on Billboard for 1977. It was also featured on the movie soundtrack of Studio 54, which put new light and life on the group and on the record. Usually at that point I would say, let's have a listen. But I can't do that. YouTube is not allowing me the tiniest little snippet of any kind of Stormin records. But that doesn't bother us. I will put some links in the descriptions for records and also additional footage from their Soul Train appearances in 1977 and 1978. What you see here is an OG 1977 British pressing. And as you might have seen on my Vinyl Finds video, I was a little confused about the very thin paper on a German pressing. It's on the UK pressing as well. Very thin paper to save money. But yeah, anyway. So what we here are having is the front with the famous brain and the lightning through the brain. This is the back where you can see the whole group members. Yeah. It was released on RCA Records. So let's see, this is side 1 and this is side 2. You can get this record because it was sold like millions of times, very cheap. You can get the Brainstorm records between, what's cheap today? Between 10 to 20 euro, also depending on condition. The second album they released, Journey to Light, featured the hit single We Are On Our Way. And the last album, Funky Entertainment, featured the hit single Hot For You. Belita Woods, who sang lead vocals on all of the records, unfortunately passed away in 2012. She was a great talent. All the musicians from that group had later on careers in music business because they were highly talented. In 1980, the group disbanded. The last record, Funky Entertainment, was all in all disco. And with the beginning of the 80s, these groups were totally out. So it was pretty much difficult being known as a disco group to continue in the 80s as a disco group. Therefore, they decided to go their separate ways. But today we are left with a great legacy, and Lovin' Is Really My Game was also covered by Sylvester, who did a slow version of that song. I think you can find it on a live album. And yeah, what can I say? Stormin'. Great record. If you have the chance to find any of the Brainstorm records and you are into funky disco music, this is an absolutely no-brainer to get one of their records. And they're tremendously cheap, and all I can say is, to my ears, they sound pretty amazing. I'm not an audiophile person, but they sound very, very good. So, that's my short video for this week. I wished I could have played you some tracks, but you'll find them in the description. And all I can say is, I'm wishing you guys a great, great week. Stay safe, stay healthy, listen to good music, maybe brainstorm, and I'll see you next time.